Coming up next, for the Trailblazers. They've captured 5th place in the West, hoping to advance that position as they go down the stretch. Coming up next. Welcome, everyone, to our 2K Sports Broadcast. Tonight's game also serving as part of the NBA Cup. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Rockets. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the 3rd best record in the conference. And, of course, there's the Trailblazers. They're right in 5th place.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you've got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
Here's the starting group for Houston. They've got Whitmore. Jabari Smith is out there with Alperen Sengun. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Morant in at the point. And for Portland, Portland moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Rockets with the rebound. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And they swept the season series against this group last season. Pretty impressive stuff. Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And Alperen Sengun continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
Oh, a lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Sengun is a real luxury.
No good that time. Excellent defense there from Smith. Thompson finds Sengun. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. And now, in the first half of December, more games under our belt. The power ranking. Starting to take shape. You look at the Rockets. They've been passed up, moving down to the 4th spot.
Well, right now for the Trailblazers, they're coming together probably slower than most people anticipated, but still extremely dangerous, but trying to work out some kinks here early on.
Look, forget those long jumpers, Kristaps. Use that size. Rock the rim.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I was able to talk with the head coach of the Blazers for a minute. Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Bledsoe passes to Shakur. There's the pick. Three-pointer nailed from three-point land.
And that's his game. Ignore the D. Focus on what you do and knock down that triple.
And Thompson kicks to Morant. Here's Sengun. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Solid pass there from Smith Jr. You can see his court awareness improving over time.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. To the wing right side. There's Shakur. And Portland again with the bucket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And they double up Morant. Smith, no luck. Portland leading by 3. Bledsoe outside. Fires the 3. Rockets with the rebound. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
Here is Shakur, following the score by Houston.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Pass to Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Ooh, as usual, Morant bringing down the house.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. It's Bledsoe on the wing. Here is Shakur from downtown. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Morant against Porzingis. And it's Morant missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Shoots the three. Porzingis can't hit. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. They trail by one. And that one's good. Whitmore.
Heads up play by Smith, giving it away instead of forcing something.
And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Back to Bledsoe, the three, and it's Morant with the rebound. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. It's good.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Smith sets the pick for Thompson. How does the development, Greg, of role players affect the team?
It can be a major factor. Being able to fill the needs of a team, that's what it's all about. A shot here, a block there, structural players, critical.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Jabari Smith picks one up. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the night right here. Portis is checked in for Portland. And a switch here also for Houston. KD's checked in for Whitmore. Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And Richard, it has been fun to watch.
Kevin, he's been effective on both sides of the ball. He's always been a good player, but his recent fit has really improved his play.
And Portland has possession following Durant's three-point attempt to the left side wing. Puts it up from 15. It's rebounded by Şengün.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Trailblazers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip.
Houston. Jabari Smith.
For Portland, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. The first one falls. Williams, he's checked in for Smith. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Houston trails by 4.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And so here is Houston. Morant dishes to KD. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
No hesitation from the swing man. Durant has such confidence shooting off the catch. Tremendous.
And stolen by Williams. And here we go. Here's Thompson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take a moment here now to see the numbers for Kevin Durant.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, Look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Bull. He's checked in for Alperen Şengün. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Bobby Portis.
And Portis drains both of them.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Now a timeout called by Portland. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
Almost all the way up there in the top spot. I don't know if he'll make it to number 1, but you'd have to say he's going to be a part of the contest for sure.
It's looking that way, and the contest will be a lot better off having him in it. He always puts on a show.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
From deep, James, the basket good off the assist from Durant.
3.
James has got the lead up to 5 now for the Rockets. And for the Rockets, they've got Robert Williams. Cam Whitmore is out there with James. Then it's Alperen Şengün. And it's KD in at the 3.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender, poor guy.
And for Portland, stolen by Bledsoe. And stolen by Şengün. Outside, James. Pass to Durant. Six to shoot. Let's go. Portland grabs the miss. And if you've been following them closely this year, you know they're winning games by double-digit margins.
And making it look easy, guys. And when this team gets a lead down the stretch, they protect it as well as anybody in the game. They have become comfortable in dealing with adversity.
Yes, that goes in.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
KD, so efficient in there.
So polished from the interior. Durant is terrific at utilizing his physical advantages down on the block.
As to Bledsoe, Porzingis with a screen on KD. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And Portland making a change here. Portis is checked in. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for the Rockets. Morant comes in for James. Thompson, high post. Outside, KD. Shoots from the elbow. It's not going to go for him.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
A shot by Shakur, no good. Houston in the lead. Here's Whitmore. That one misses. Great D that time from Portis. Here's Shakur, and then jammed down as it goes right over Amen Thompson.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Pass to Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Portis' screen on Morant. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Here is Shakur. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. And now a 3-point Portland lead.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Back to Morant. Good D by Bledsoe.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Houston trails by 5. And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Rockets making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Here is Shakur. Hits it from 3-point range. He's got 20.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team. Making a change here. Kamar is checked in. With this break in the action, we can see the top passing teams in the league, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
Houston moving the ball around. They could use a bucket. Durant chiseling his way through for 2.
Showing the grit. KD is no stranger to physical defense.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Morant. Richard, how do you think the game has changed since you retired?
Well, the jump shooting teams have had more success. I think the game has changed, and it allows for more Europeans. It allows for it to be more of a global game. The less physical, the more inclusive.
Bol, he's checked in for the Rockets.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Outside, Porzingis. Offensive rebound. Bledsoe looking it over. That's another miss. Number 4. He's 2 for 6 shooting. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Offline with his 3. Portland leading by 5. Bledsoe outside. Porzingis with a screen on Morant. Bledsoe outside. Here's Shakur. And it's Morant with the rebound.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
It's blocked. Bledsoe outside. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Monday, they'll start out on the road to play the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Şengün's checked in for Bol. And it's Jabari Smith in for Durant.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
They set the pick. Here is Shakur. Shoots from the line. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Morant scanning the floor. Back to Whitmore. Off target with his three.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Houston.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Marcus Smart's checked in for Portland. That one is no good. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Trailblazers. 3-point lead.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Not just forcing mistakes, but converting them into buckets on the other end. Great controlled aggression from their D in that game.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really, on the right play defensively, if you can't block, force them to the line.
For Houston, they have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. And he makes the first. McCollum's checked in for Smart. He's perfect from the line this time. Trailblazers leading by 4. There's the screen. McCollum passes to Porzingis. Morant against McCollum. Here is Shakur. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Trailblazers lead by 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Kevin, how'd you get in that groove offensively in the first half?
Well, I'm just playing. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The energy in their hometown is electric, man. You can tell these players are loving the positive attitudes and feeding off them. I expect them to sustain this enthusiasm.
Yeah, and looking at the players of the month, here are the winners from each conference. The Eastern Conference winner, Nikola Jokic.
With Joker, because of his size and skill level, even great defenders have it hard. He can post you up, he can hit the three, he does it all.
And you think about how good a shape he's in now, I wouldn't mind trying the Jokic plan myself. And that's all for us.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Houston trails by 4. Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. We've got Thompson, Alperen Şengün out there with Smith. Then there's Whitmore, and it's Morant in at the point guard position. Just 4 to shoot. He lobs it up, and Whitmore throws it down.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. To the wing on the left. Here's Shakur. And it's off from three-point range. The Rockets shooting here about 46% for the game. Morant with a wide-open look. Hands it from downtown. Morant's got 9.
As Ja gets more consistent from range, he becomes that much more dynamic. And that, let me just tell you, that's going to be bad news for the rest of this league.
Lets it go. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Kevin Durant.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Jumps up, finishes the break with a slam. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Pass to Şengün. Over Porzingis. Şengün, no good.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Puts it up from 15. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And that's now 7 points from Amen Thompson. Pass to Bledsoe. Pulls up on the elbow. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
You can't sleep on Porzingis, especially when he's roaming around that mid-range.
Şengün with the screen for Morant. Off target from outside. Trailblazers leading by 3. Pass to Porzingis. And here's Bledsoe. Over Smith. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Morant dishes to Thompson. Back to Morant. Smith kicks to Morant. Şengün with the screen for Morant. It's good. This game is all even. Morant's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Rockets. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field. And Porzingis, here we go, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, some mobility from the big fella. Nice drive there by Porzingis.
Here's Morant. 12 points for him. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Looking now at some numbers for Alperen Şengün. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging about 18 points per, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about his recent performances.
I've played with someone like him, the type of player that looks to get others involved first. That's my type of teammate.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
Lots of promise in Şengün's game. Certainly has the frame to be special.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Porzingis at the elbow. Here is Shakur. Lots of room. That's good on the jump shot. 7 points in the game.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Out to Smith. Back to Morant. The Rockets with another miss. The Trailblazers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the 3rd quarter. A nice 62% from the field. No problems knocking that one down. Porzingis has got 8 points in the quarter.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Thompson outside. Shoots. Another miss by Houston.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Trailblazers.
They've been hitting consistently from mid-range all game. It's been a big part of their offensive production in this one.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
Love seeing Şengün go up strong, leaving no room for error with that finish.
Bledsoe outside. Connects from 3-point range. Bledsoe's got 12 in the game.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Morant kicks to Şengün. Smith's shot is good.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
It's Bledsoe on the wing. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop. And then Smith with the dunk.
Getting ahead of the D right there. Smith Jr. getting out in transition.
The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Pass to Bledsoe. And the rejection by Smith. Morant passes to Smith. Deflects the pass. Now Şengün. Thompson for three. The shot misses. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
And you know it's serious if he's heading to the locker room. It takes a lot to get him out of any game.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Houston. While we've got a moment, let's now take a look at the teams that have the most second chance points on the season.
One of the better rebounding teams in the league, especially on the offensive end. They never take that for granted in terms of whether the shot's going in.
Here is Shakur. Screen by Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
That gives them the lead. Morant's got 14 points for the game.
As a player, a rough first half, look, it can wake you up. Sometimes it leads to much improved play in the second half.
Shakur, Portland again missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Portis a screen on Morant. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Okay, when you let someone with this height get this close, it's going to be nearly impossible to stop, especially when he has that big of an advantage in this category.
Houston making a switch here. James is checked in. Thompson passes to Şengün. Bounce pass from Durant. On the wing, James. 7 points in the game. It's rebounded by Portis. Portland leading. Porzingis with a screen on James. Pass to Portis. Here's Shakur. Kevin Durant with the rebound. For Houston, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. For three, Smith. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Portis a screen on Thompson. Pass to Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Kamara. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And Thompson kicks to Smith. Launches a three, and Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Smith. Smith's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside, Porzingis. Here is Shakur. He's covered by Thompson. Beyond the arc. The basket by Shakur. 25 points in the game.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
James, the pass to KD. No good that time. Portland's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Shakur. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Now we get a chance to check out Kevin Durant, how his last 10 games have gone. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. Catching up on the changes for Houston. Williams comes in for Jabari Smith. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Amen Thompson. Portis sets the pick for McCollum. The fadeaway. Good. McCollum's got his first basket of the night.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
That one drops for him.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Here's Shakur. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
McCollum kicks to Portis. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. Portis has got 6 here in this quarter.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Şengün passes to KD. Out to Russell. Picked by Williams. Down low. And Williams throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Portland out in front. They're up by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
3-10 quarters behind. So it's Portland now. 6-point game. Here is Shakur. Portland again missing. We've got Allen. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Allen dishes to Shakur. Portis a screen on Thompson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Houston making some changes. Şengün's checked in for Robert Williams. Smith comes in for Thompson. And it's Morant in for James. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. And that one comes up a bit short.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And it's Morant missing. Portland leading by 6. Porzingis with a screen on Morant.
Personal foul. 15 foul.
That free throw, no good. Allen's checked in for Portland. The Rockets also changing it up. Russell, he's checked in for Cam Whitmore. And James subbed in for John Morant. Durant with it. Smith sets the pick for KD. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
Russell finds James. Smith outside. The Rockets again can't hit.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
A basket by Shakur.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Launches it. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Thompson, he's checked in for D'Angelo Russell.
At the line for your Trailblazers, Shakur. 1 shot.
Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin, and there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Porzingis high post, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A towering presence inside. When Porzingis is this close, you almost have to foul him.
Houston making some changes. Cam Whitmore comes in for Kevin Durant, and it's Ja Morant in for James. Morant kicks to Şengün. Back to Morant. Comes up empty down low.
And they continue to control the glass.
Allen surveying the D. Here's Porzingis, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Porzingis has got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers. And it's time for an injury report.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer of the Trailblazers was able to update me on the situation. And unfortunately, it is a torn MCL. His day is over, and it looks like he's going to be out for a number of games. It's tough news for this team to process. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
Trailblazers leading by 8. Here is Shakur. Shoots over Morant. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. He has 38 in the game.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
Right wing. From 18 feet away. A shot by Shakur, no good. Houston trails by 8. Whitmore, good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Şengün's got 4 assists now tonight.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Free throw good, Shakur. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Kamar is checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
He's put in the work and worn down the defense. Now they're getting a little sloppy, and it's allowed them to get to the line more this half.
Thompson right side. Thompson sets the pick for Whitmore. Off target from three-point range. Portland leading by 8. Here is Shakur. The shot from the low post is good.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. During the last break, got to listen in on Ime Udoka's huddle with his team. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thank you, David. Houston moving it around. Morant left side for 3. Smith, good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 5 assists tonight. Out to the right wing.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And there's the call on Amen Thompson. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game. And Morant's got the ball here for Houston. From 13, hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Morant's got 7 now in this quarter. Porzingis with a screen on Morant. Outside, Porzingis. Portland again missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
He's off on that one. Morant with some nice D. Pass to Şengün. Whitmore with it. Now here's Morant for three. Offensive rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Applying constant pressure on the D. Şengün is a load to handle.
Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
Ooh, you hope that leaving points at the line won't come back to haunt them.
51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Porzingis can't hit.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Morant outside. And it's Portland with the rebound. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out.